And we welcome you to Langhorst Field on the campus of Elmhurst College. It is time for Blue Jay football. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mark Kruger. We thank you so much for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. The Blue Jays this afternoon will entertain the Bears from Washington University in St. Louis. Washington University, the newest member of the CCIW League in football. The Washington Ball Club comes into this afternoon's game with an overall mark of 3-1, 2-1 in league play. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays with a season-opening win against Aurora University, non-conference win, come from behind win, 21-20. But since that win, 3 straight conference losses for the Blue Jays. They lost to Augustana, Carroll, and then last week up in Kenosha, losing to Carthage. So they're trying to snap a 3-game losing skid and trying to get that first conference win under their belts here this afternoon. Meanwhile, Washington University with a win to start off its season against Chicago, winning 24-17. Their only loss of the season coming on September 15th in Naperville when they lost to the Cardinals of North Central 32-19. That's their only conference loss of the year. They come into this afternoon's game riding a 2-game winning streak against 2 conference opponents. They knocked off Carthage on September 22nd, 51-31. And then last week at North Park, knocking off the Vikings 44-21. It is an overcast afternoon here at Elmhurst. We are expecting intermittent rain showers throughout the afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 60s. Started drizzling, about 45 minutes ago, and it looks like it will be on and off rain showers, as I mentioned, throughout the afternoon. Team captains at midfield. Washington U won the opening toss. They have elected to defer, so the Blue Jays will get the ball to start the game. Your referee is Marcel Kerr. The umpire is Ken Kyle. The head line judge is Bob Millward. The line judge is Mikey Blair. Side judge is Ben Kerr. The field judge is Jim Sullivan, and the back judge is Charles Tate. The Blue Jays with the Columbia blue jerseys and helmets with the navy blue jerseys, or navy blue pants, I should say. Just a reminder that this afternoon's game is being brought to you by Elmhurst BMW, located at 466 West Lake Street in Elmhurst. Visit their website at www.elmhurstbmw.com. Also, this afternoon's game is being brought to you by Jaguar Elmhurst, located at 490 West Lake Street. Check out their website at www.jaguarelmhurst.com. So Juwan Gaines is the deep man here for the Blue Jays, and I tell you, the Blue Jays have had their share of injuries, especially at the quarterback position. The Blue Jays have used 4 different quarterbacks over the last 2 games. Starting quarterback Orlando Hernandez, a 3-year starting quarterback, injured himself a couple of weeks ago, is back up. Chase Hankins got injured. Jake Tahaney saw some snaps. Ryan Summers as well, and it looks like Ryan Summers will get the start here this afternoon.
So much for the idea of having good timing. Thanks for telling me.
And we are underway. This is Juwan Gaines is going to pick it up from the 7, gets across the 15 and tackled at the 21-yard line. Tackled on the play there by Noah Bryson. And so a 7-yard return for the Blue Jays, and here comes the offensive unit. 232 total yards of offense last week up in Kenosha. And it is Chase Hankins actually getting the start for the Blue Jays at quarterback. 6'1" senior, he's the backup quarterback. So he starts for the Blue Jays here. First play from scrimmage is a handoff to Ben Holloway. And Holloway will pick up about a yard. We'll set the offense for the offensive line for the Blue Jays. Zach Dixon, Jeremy Allen, Nick Polio. On the right side, David Michaels, Chandler Cowan. Talk about Chase Hankins, the starting quarterback for the Blue Jays. Casey Dobchek, Jacob Mamashore, Jawan Gaines, your wide receivers, Theo Edens, tight end, and Ben Holloway, the running back. Second down and 10, no gain. Pass complete to Jacob Mamashore, who has 8 catches on the year, so 9th catch of the season for Jacob. Brings it out to the 24-yard line. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and 7. Defensively for the Bears, up front, Mike Prescott, Clayton Ferris, Nick Athenson. The linebackers, Jake Kuhn, Derek Speltz, Jeff Gurley. And the secondary, Justin DiCarlo, Matt Bernstein, Jeff Merrick, Ben Marcus, getting his 25th straight start for the Bears, and Andrew Whitaker, only a sophomore. 3rd down and 7. Hankins, and has time, lost the ball, got it back. Jeff Gurley, number 58, was there to make the hit. Hankins bobbled it, lost it, and I believe he recovered. They're still unpiling the bodies down there. Hankins at the bottom there. It's going to bring up 4th down. Jeff Gurley will get credit for the tackle there. Caden Truninger is the punter for the Blue Jays, 6-foot freshman. And boy, a pretty good punt there by the freshman. Taken at the 36 by Nick Sione. And Sione brings it back to the 47. There is a penalty marker down. First flag of the afternoon. Usually it's on the return team, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll get the call from Marcel Kerr. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Bears, averaging 424 yards of offense per game. And it will be an illegal block against the Bears. So out comes Johnny Davidson, 5 foot 11 inch, 195-pound junior quarterback. And he is one of the top quarterbacks in this league, if not the country. He was the D3Football.com Team of the Week, Player of the Week on Monday. He was 37 of 41 last week against North Park. Yeah, that's right, 37 of 41 for a career-high 452 yards of passing last week. On the ground, though, this is John Fisher to start the ball game for the Bears on offense. And Fisher gets a nice run close to the 32-yard line. Spotted at the 33-yard line, a pickup of 5. 2nd down and 5. This pass is complete. Nick Watts, actually incomplete. Defensively for the Blue Jays, up front, the familiar 3, all seniors, Romaine Richards, Ross Beck, and Sean Kelly. The linebackers, Tremaine Franklin, Brandon Dominski, Tavy Derns, Brandon Clay. In the secondary, Sean Jay and Brandon Greer having very good seasons defensively for the Blue Jays. Angel Mata and Stefan Postman, starting defensive unit for the Blue Jays here. 3rd down and 5 for Davidson and the Bears. Davidson has time. No one open. Now he's going to get flushed out to the far side. Throws, and the pass is incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down. So 3 and out. Good stop for the Blue Jays. The Bears averaging over 34 points per game. The Blue Jays 10.5 points per game. Johnny Davidson will step back, and he does the punts. Averages 40 yards per punt. Jawan Gaines is back deep for the Blue Jays. Johnny Davidson went to Barrington High School under Coach Sanchez. Does a great job at Barrington. Gaines will let this one go as it goes out of bounds. Not a particularly good punt by Davidson. And so for the second time, the Blue Jay offense comes out 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. No score here in the early going. BlueJayTV.com. We thank you so much for logging on. Elmhurst College football. Other action, by the way, in the CCIW. North Park is at Wheaton this afternoon. Carthage is at Illinois Wesleyan. North Central up in Rock Island to take on Augustana. And tonight, Carroll is at Milliken. That's a 6:30 kickoff tonight. Ben Holloway, the ball carrier, and he gets tackled across the 40 to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 4. Jeff Merrick, junior safety, came up to make the hit. 4-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Blue Jays. Again, Chase Hankins in at quarterback. Orlando Hernandez is dressed. He would come in emergency situations here this afternoon, but so it looks like it'll be Chase Hankins. He goes to the far side, and the pass incomplete. Jacob Mamashur was the intended receiver. Justin DiCarlo, number 9, was there defensively on the coverage. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 6. The Blue Jays have had a tough time starting ball games. As a matter of fact, they've been outscored in the first quarter 34-0 this year. So they're trying to turn that around here this afternoon, facing a 3rd down and 6 out in the flat. The pass complete to Ben Holloway. And Holloway with a nice run after the catch brings it up to the 49-yard line and a 1st down. Good look as Hankins goes underneath the coverage. A little screen to Holloway, and Ben does a nice job after the catch to pick up the 1st down. They spot it at the 48-yard line. Just underway here from Langhorst Field. NCAA Division III football. Chase Hankins now 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Set up the screen here to the near side. Jawan Gaines with the catch, but coming up and making the tackle, Andrew Whitaker, a 6'1 sophomore, with a nice open field tackle. It's going to be a loss of 3 as they bring it back to the 45-yard line. Take another look at it here as you see Gaines in the flat, and coming up, Andrew Whitaker making the nice tackle for a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13. Blue Jays from their own 45. 2 wide receivers to either side. Holloway now on the flat. He gets the catch, but he will be tackled at the 45-yard line. That was Jake Kuhn getting his 25th straight start here this afternoon, coming up to make the tackle. So the Blue Jays trying to go underneath with screen passes, but the last 2 plays, the Bears have been there defensively to make nice tackles. No gain. Ball still at the 45. 3rd down and 13 for Hankins and the Blue Jays. Mamashur and Jawan Gaines to the bottom of your monitor. 3rd down and 13 for Hankins. Oh, we got all kinds of movement. And instead of 3rd and 13, it'll be 3rd and 18. False start. Now ball back at the 40-yard line. 9:32 left to play here in the opening quarter. Blue Jays and the Bears, CCIW battle. Of course, the first ever meeting between these 2 teams. Wash U, associate member of the CCIW in football. 3rd and 18. Hankins looking to his right. That screen to Gaines, but boy, he is gang tackled and shoved back. It was Jeff Merrick, also number 41, Jake Kuhn, in on the tackle. And so the Blue Jays are going to have to punt it away. Again, on 3rd and 18, very conservative. They go underneath to Jawan Gaines. Jawan Gaines had a 6-yard touchdown catch last week, the only score for the Blue Jays, and that loss to Kenosha. So Caden Truninger will come in and punt it away for the 2nd time today.
Talk to Coach Crone. He obviously had the mic
8:37 remaining, and before Caden can punt this one away, we got another penalty flag down here. Flag thrown on the near sideline at the 36. False start against the Blue Jays. So this will push them back to the 34-yard line. Ben Marcus is back deep for the Bears. Schruninger standing at his own 20-yard line, gets off another good punt. Sione gets it across the 45, and he gets tackled near the 49-yard line. So good field position here. They're going to spot at the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears here with 8:15 remaining here in the opening quarter. No score between the Blue Jays and the Bears. The Blue Jays next week will be on the road. They'll be taking on Illinois Wesleyan. Be back home here against Milliken on October 20th. That'll be the Blue Jays homecoming weekend. Final home game will be against North Park on November 3rd. Pass complete to the far side to Alex Fellinger. But he's taken down. It'll be a loss. You see the little screen there. Good tackle there. Immediately hit. It'll be a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13. The option. Fellinger, and he will go nowhere. Good defensive pursuit that time by the Blue Jay defense. It was Sean Jay and company there. No huddle offense here for the Bears as they face a 3rd and 14 now. Davidson, straight drop. Now he steps up, looks, throws, and that one is incomplete. Intended receiver Logan Bash, and so it'll bring up 4th down, and the Bears will punt it away. Again, another good stop by this Blue Jay defense. 7:38 left to play here in the opening quarter. Jawan Gaines is back deep. Johnny Davidson steps back for his 2nd punt of the afternoon. And that one, Jawan Gaines going to his left. He will let that one roll. And it will stop just outside the 20-yard line. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. So for the Bears, their first 2 offensive series, 3 and out. This after the Bears have put up 95 points in their last 2 games. They beat Carthage 51-31 2 weeks ago. And last week put up 44 points in a 44-21 win at North Park. So good job by this Blue Jay defense to start the ball game. Hankins, they flare it out to Jawan Gaines, and again it's Andrew Whitaker coming up and making another fine open field tackle. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 20. Here's another look at it. Jawan Gaines out in the flat, and you see Whitaker coming up. Another textbook tackle for Andrew Whitaker. Whitaker out of Westchester, Ohio. 2nd down. They actually lost a loss of a yard. It's back at the 20. The drive started at the 21. So 2nd and 11 for Hankins. Look, steps up, and now he will get sacked from behind. Sacked on the play. By number 56, Peter Pagatti, 5'9" sophomore. He went to Hinsdale Central, former Red Devil. So the defense is stepping up here in the early going. 6:19 remaining in the opening quarter. Ball on the near hash mark at the 19-yard line. 3rd down and 12 for Hankins and the Blue Jays. Hankins steps back, steps up into the pocket, nobody home. Now he throws underneath, and that pass is incomplete. Casey Dobchek was, check that, that's number 35 for the Blue Jays. That's Brett Von Swedler, or Jim Robley, I should say, the tight end. So out comes Caden Truninger, his third punt already of the game. 6:02 remaining, opening quarter. Nick Sione, number 8, is the deep man for the Bears. Truninger has a couple of good punts already. Another decent punt. Sione from his own 46. Gets across midfield, 45, 40-yard line, 35, and he loses his footing. And a late flag coming in. Sione was down, and boy, Jacob Mamashore made some contact after he was down. I'm not sure if that's what the penalty is, but they're talking around the 30-yard line here. Flag was thrown back at the 40. Legal block by the Bears. Second penalty, illegal block. Right, oh, there it was. You see a good shot of it right there. The illegal block in the back.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 14.
14
10-yard penalty. First down.
to the Elmhurst 40. Penalty, illegal block.
Washington University will start first and 10 right.
So the Bears will open up first and 10 from midfield. 5:49 remaining here in a scoreless first quarter. The Blue Jays and the Bears from Washington University. Johnny Davidson is going to hand it off here. This is John Fisher, the ball carrier, and Fisher will get tackled near the, well, they're going to spot it right at the 45-yard line, so it's a pickup of 5. Second down and 5. Fisher, a 6-foot junior out of Deerfield. Going to throw it, and this pass is going to be complete, and the pass is complete to number 88, Mitchell Green, 6'4" junior, 205-pounder, a pickup of 7. Actually, an 8-yard pickup down to the 37. So first and 10 for the Bears. 5:15 remaining, and again, it's Mitchell Green with the reception, but boy, oh boy, coming up and making a great tackle is Brandon Greer. 35 tackles on the year for Brandon Greer. He's made a couple of big plays. He's got 2 interceptions already this season. Davidson, his pass is complete. Nick Watts with the reception. Brandon Greer came to make the stop. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line, a pickup of 10. 3 yards short of the first down marker. They need to get to the 27-yard line. You see how quick Johnny Davidson could get the ball out of his hands. Again, he was 37 of 41 last week against North Park. LaVore Little roughing the passer, so that 15-yard penalty will put the Bears all the way to the 15-yard line. And a first down. First and 10 Bears from the 15. 4:45 left in the first quarter. Davidson looking to his right, looking to his left, no one home. And he's going to pass is going to be complete. Matt Goldberg, number 86. It'll be second down and about 4. Yeah, no huddle offense here for the Bears. 4:21 left. Out to the screen, that's Nick Sione, and Sione gets inside the 5 and shoved out of bounds by Stefan Postman at the 4. It'll be first and goal here from the 4. 4:08 remaining. Davidson looking in the left corner, a little bit overthrown. Nick Watts, the intended receiver. It'll bring up second and goal. 4:05 left to play here in the opening quarter. Wash U threatening. Second and goal from the 4. Davidson looking left, throwing, and into the end zone is, well, check that. It's going to be spotted, no, at the 1. Nick Watts thought he had the touchdown, but he caught it just outside the goal line. It's going to be third and goal from the 1. 3:40 remaining here in the opening quarter. Fisher, the ball carrier, I should say, and he is in for the touchdown. John Fisher, a 1-yard touchdown run. 3:36 remaining here in the opening quarter, and the Bears on the board first, 6-0. Awaiting the extra point. The drive for the Bears, 9 plays, 60 yards, capped off on a 1-yard touchdown run by John Fisher. And the extra point by Charles Kosha is good. Third touchdown of the season, by the way, for John Fisher. So Kosha's extra point makes it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. And the first quarter woes continue now for the Blue Jays. So currently, Elmhurst has been outscored in the first quarter this season, 41-0. As I mentioned, this Bears offense averaging 315 yards. That's second in the CCIW in passing offense. And it ranks the Bears 18th in the nation among Division III. Davidson, by the way, is 10th in the nation in completion percentage. He completes 71% of his passes. Be Matt Goldberg to kick it off for the Bears, and this one goes out of bounds. So we'll see what the Blue Jays can do on their third offensive possession of the afternoon. 3:36 remaining here in the opening quarter. Blue Jays and the Bears. It's the Bears up 7-0. Blue Jays are going to let them kick it again here. Jawan Gaines, the deep man. Of course, he was a second-team all-conference performer last year as a return man. So he steps up. He's standing at his own 9-yard line, now 10-yard line. Hopefully he'll get a chance to return one here.
Goldberg will kick it off again from the 30-yard line.
I'm pretty sure I want Juwan to be able to get you return one.
So in the NFL, that's an automatic. Put the ball on your own 40-yard line and start the drive from there.
Carthage last week put up an amazing 568 yards of offense against the Blue Jays, and that 63-7 win over Elmhurst. The Redmen scored the game's first 63 points of the game. Gaines will not get it. From the 21-yard line, it's one of the Upmen bringing it back to the 33-yard line. 12 yards on the return was Tristan Womack returning it for the Blue Jays. And so out comes Chase Hankins and the Blue Jay offense, trailing 7-0. 3.5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Mamisher and Gaines split out here to the bottom of your screen. 1st and 10, Elmhurst from its own 34-yard line. Hankins will hand it off. Holloway with a nice run, and Holloway across the 45 to the 47-yard line, 12-yard pickup and a first down. Ben Holloway, the 5'8 senior from Galesburg High School, came into the game with 44 carries, 150 yards. Nice run there to give the Blue Jays a first down. 1st and 10 from their own 47. As we are coming up on the 3-minute mark of this scoreless first quarter. Blue Jays 1st and 10 from their own 47. Hankins will hand it off again to Holloway, getting to the far side, cutting back, and getting about a yard to the 48. Second down and 9. Jay Kuhn will get credit for the tackle, number 41. He, like the quarterback Johnny Davidson, went to Barrington High School. This is Kuhn's 25th straight start for the Bears. Second down and 9 for the Blue Jays from their own 48. Holloway, and, well, nothing there. Boy, this Bear defense in the middle, very, very tough. Clayton Ferris, number 92, was there initially. 3rd down and 9 for the Blue Jays from their own 48-yard line. Under 2 minutes remaining. Ron Plans, the head coach of the Blue Jays, he played his college football at Carthage, so he was in his hometown, or where he played his college football a week ago. 3rd down and 9. Hankins gets flushed out here to the near side. Looking, now he's going to tuck it under, 50-45, and he will get the first down. Jake Kuhn was there to make the stop, but a nice run by Chase Hankins. He knew he was going to get hit. He knew he was going to get hit hard, but he does pick up the first down. Take another look at it. Good coverage downfield by the Bears, so he sprints out here to the near side, knows where the first down marker is. The tackle by Kuhn, but not before Hankins picks up a first down. From the 42-yard line of the Bears. Three wide receivers. Holloway flanked to the left of Hankins. Hankins is going to hand it off to Holloway. Breaks a tackle. Gets inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Another nice run by Holloway. Coming up and making the tackle, Zay Alcedo, senior defensive back from North Hollywood, California. Pickup of 9 for Holloway, second short. Under a minute remaining, 46 seconds left to go here in this opening quarter. Best drive of the afternoon for the Blue Jays. Ball on the near hash mark on the 33-yard line, 2nd down and 1. Hankins will keep it as he fakes the handoff, and that pass incomplete. Intended for Jim Robley, the senior tight end out of Sandburg High School. Probably one that Jim would have wanted back. Take another look at the tail end of that play to bring up 3rd down and 1. Half a minute remaining here in the opening quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Bears. 1-yard touchdown run by John Fisher, and the Bears lead it 7-0. Blue Jays trying to answer. 3rd and a yard. Holloway will dive across the 30 to the 29-yard line and pick up a first down. So Ben Holloway has done a nice job. They're actually going to spot it at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. So Holloway's had some nice runs for Elmhurst here in this opening quarter. 10 seconds left to play here in the quarter. See if the Blue Jays will get a play off. Jawan Gaines is the motion man, and they are counting the play. Holloway, boy, they got the play off right at the buzzer, so end of the first quarter. And it's 7-0 in favor of Wash U as we'll switch ends of the field. The Blue Jays trailing 7-0, although they are threatening here as you see the last play. Gaines going in motion. Holloway straight up the middle, running tackle there by Jeff Merrick. The 6'2" junior making the tackle. I'd like to remind you that this afternoon's game is being brought to you by Elmhurst BMW, located at 466 West Lake Street in Elmhurst. Visit their website at elmhurstbmw.com. Also, this afternoon's game is being brought to you by Jaguar of Elmhurst, located at 490 West Lake Street. Check out their website at www.jaguarelmhurst.com. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action here from Langhorst Field. First quarter numbers: Johnny Davidson, 7 of 11 passing for 26 yards. Chase Hankins, 6 of 9. Ben Holloway, 8 carries for 38 yards. John Fisher, 3 carries for 11 yards. So the Blue Jays will open up the second quarter with a 2nd down and 4 situation from the 22-yard line. Third down conversions, Elmhurst 3 of 6 on third down conversions in that first quarter. They have yet to get into the red zone here this afternoon, although they are 2 yards away from getting there. Hankins, and that one just a little bit underthrown. He had some pressure by Jeff Merrick, and that pass came up just a little bit short. So it's going to bring up now a third down situation here for the Blue Jays. Third down and 4. Caden Truninger with 3 punts in that first quarter, averaged 38 yards per punt. Johnny Davidson had 2 punts in the opening quarter, averaged 32 yards per punt. Third down and 4. Again, the Blue Jays 3 of 6 on third down conversions here today. Handed off to Holloway, and not going to get there this time. It was Nick Athenson, the 5'9 senior lineman, was there to make the stop, and now a decision time here for Ron Plans. Does he go for it here? It would be about a 38-yard field goal attempt. But it looks like Chase Hankins is getting the play, looking at his left wrist for the play. The Blue Jays apparently going to go for it here on fourth down and 3. Opening moment of the second quarter. Blue Jays trailing 7-0. Fourth down and 3 from the 21-yard line. Hankins, quick pass. The out pattern is complete to Jacob Mamashore. And Jacob with the reception and a first down as the Blue Jays are in the red zone for the first time here this afternoon. Jim Robley has made some nice catches here. Jacob Mamashore with that catch for the first down. From the 17-yard line, Mamashore split out to the top. Jawan Gaines in the slot here to the near side. First and 10 from the 17. Holloway gets the call, spins off a tackle inside. Well, it's going to be spotted right at the 15. A gain of 2. Matt Bernstein, the 5'10 junior, number 10, came up to make the hit. Second down and 8. 13:20 remaining here in the second quarter. The Bears of Wash U lead it by a score of 7-0. Mamashore and Gaines now up to the top of your screen. Hankins is going to hand it off. Holloway gets down to the 12. 3 yards. Going to bring up third down and call it 6. Third down and 6. Again, third down conversions have been an issue for the Blue Jays here this season. They've done a pretty good job here this afternoon on third down conversions. Facing a 3rd and 6 situation here. 12:30 remaining, and they were blitzing, but a penalty marker down. Well, this one looks like they're going to move the Blue Jays back 5 again. Bear defense were coming, and the offensive line for the Blue Jays jumped a little bit. Each team had 3 penalties in the opening quarter. Well, it'll bring up now a third down and 12 situation for Elmhurst. Ball back at the 18-yard line. 12:20 to go here in the first half. Mamashore split out to the bottom. Hankins going the other way across the middle, and this one is going to be picked off. Jake Kuhn with the pick as he gets to the edge and gets knocked out of bounds across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The local boy, Jake Kuhn, out of Barrington High School, coming up with the interception. Boy, oh boy, that's tough. Get into the red zone and you turn the ball over, you come away with no points. 12:03 left. So it'll be first and 10 now for the Bears from their own 30-yard line. 12:03 left to play here in the first half.
Wash U to start first and 10 at their 30-yard line.
Wash U first and 10 from its own 30. John Fisher right behind Davidson out of the pistol. A quick flare, nearly picked off, but the pass is complete to Alex Fellinger. And Fellinger will get up to the not much, no gain, right back to the 30-yard line. So no gain, second down and 10 for Davidson and the Bears. Here's Fisher, the ball carrier, and he will get about a yard on the play. Romaine Richards with the initial stop, and then a couple of his teammates come in and made the tackle. Third down, 2 yards on the play, ball at the 32-yard line, so third down and 8. Davidson going deep, and that one is incomplete. Sam Fenske, the freshman tight end, through his hands. That would have been 6. He had a step on the defender, but instead it's simply an incomplete pass. And now the Bears will punt. Johnny Davidson steps back. Jawan Gaines is the deep man. 11:19 to go here in this first half. 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Blue Jays trying to snap this 3-game losing skid, going up against a tough Bears team here today. Davidson with a nice punt. Fair caught by Gaines at the 29.
As part of the Real Blue Jays Wear Pink campaign, members
11:19 remaining here. Actually, 11:13 left to play here in the first half.
campaign.
Top 50 in the NCAA in net punting average. Bears with another 3 and out.
Blue Jays first and 10 from their own 29-yard line.
From their own side of the field.
Holloway will get the call, get close to the 35-yard line as Chase Hankins handed it off to him. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line, so it is a pickup of 5. Second down and 5. Under 11 minutes left to play here in the first half.
Instead of trying to go to the outside. Still 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Hankins working out of the gun here. Second down and 5 from the 34. Pass to the near side. Gaines with the completion, trying to make a move. He gets back into the middle of the field, gets across the 45, picks up a first down. Tackled at the 46, 12 yards on that pass play from Hankins to Jawan Gaines. Jawan, a junior out of Fremd High School, the leading receiver for this Blue Jay team, and he picks up a first down for Elmhurst. Blue Jays first and 10 from their own 46. Coming up on the 10-minute mark of the second quarter, handing it off. Here's Holloway, and Ben will get to the 46-yard line. He'll pick up 1. Matt Giles, number 47, coming up and making the tackle, the junior out of Wheaton North High School. Second down, 9 yards to go. 9:40 remaining here in this first half.
Elmhurst in a tougher spot where they know they've got to get some yards on second down to avoid turnovers. Deep downfield against the Bears.
6 first downs for us, 3 for
On
them.
3rd and 10. Situation where they've already been sacked twice.
Second down and 9. Blue Jays with 6 first downs so far here, and the pass is complete. And Jawan Gaines stretches forward near the 41-yard line. It'll be another first down. Pickup of 6. So Chase Hankins has hit Jawan Gaines a couple times here. You see the route across the middle, and you see Jawan stretching forward to the 41-yard line to pick up a first down. So Jawan, 5 catches last week. coming up with a couple of nice catches here on this drive. 1st and 10 from the Bears' 41-yard line. Back to the ground. It's Holloway. Still churning his legs and moving the pile forward near the 35. Wow. Ben Holloway, just 5'8", 175 pounds, but you see the strength of his lower body moving that pile forward to the 36. 5-yard gain out of all that. 2nd down and 5. 8:25 left to play. Boy, it'd be great if the Blue Jays can punch this one in and tie this one up. Elmhurst trailing 7-0. 8:15 remaining here in the half. 2nd down and 5. Hankins to the air. Across the middle, he's got Mamashore, bobble, and he comes down with it. What a catch by Jacob Mamashore. He bobbled it just a little bit, but he brought it in at the end. The 5'11 senior out of Rock Falls. 8 catches for 175 yards coming into today. Take another look at it here. The one-handed catch, and then he brought it in. Great effort by Jacob Mamashore. The right arm stretched out to bring the ball in. And the Blue Jays are in the red zone for the 2nd time. 1st and goal from the 2. 7:36 left. Hankins, he'll hand it off. Holloway is in. 2-yard touchdown run by Ben Holloway. And the Blue Jays are an extra point away from tying this one up. Boy, that was a nice drive by the Blue Jays. A great mix. Chase Hankins with a great job of orchestrating that offense. Caden Trudinger coming in for the extra point to tie this one up. It is through the uprights and good, so 7:28 left to play. Really nice drive by the Blue Jays. 2-yard touchdown run by Ben Holloway. Extra point good, and we're tied at 7. Jawan Gaines with a couple of nice catches. Of course, that big catch by Jacob Mamashore, and of course, number of nice runs by Ben Holloway. Blue Jays looking really good on that drive. We are tied at 7. Manuel Engeman is back deep for the Bears. Number 21. Alex Fellinger is back deep as well, number 21. Trudinger to kick it off here. Elmhurst Field. Langhorse Field, I should say, the site for the CCIW battle between Elmhurst and Washington University from St. Louis, Missouri. Trudinger to kick it away here for the Blue Jays. With the wind just a little bit, and did it go into the end zone? No, it came up a little bit short, so the kick goes out of bounds. We'll see what the Bears decide to do. And it looks like they are, well, opening kick, the kickoff went out of bounds around the 2-yard line. Looks like the Bears are just going to take it at the 35. So it will be Wash U football, 1st and 10 from its own 35-yard line. 7:28 remaining. Good ball game here this afternoon from Elmhurst. We thank you for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. Johnny Davidson back to work. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Davidson going to the air, and he's got his man Nick Watts. And Watts still going inside the 40 and knocked down to the field at the 36. So the Bears coming right back with a big play. No huddle offense. 1st and 10 from the 36. Again, averaging over 35 points per game, and now Wash U calling a timeout, or what's the call here? I don't think they got. I think the chain gang is still trying to get set. So, yep. So the Bears with this no huddle offense trying to get a fast play in, and the chain gang wasn't quite ready. 1st and 10 Bears from the 37-yard line of the Blue Jays. Johnny Davidson is going to hand the ball off here. Emmanuel Engeman. And he will get brought down back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he got in a yard. Sean J., number 1, was in on the tackle, among others. Stefan Postman, number 39, was there as well. 1 yard run, 2nd down and 9. Davidson deep across the middle has got his man. Wide open is Matt Goldberg, and he is in for the touchdown. 36 yards from Davidson to Matt Goldberg, and that did not take long at all. 65-yard scoring drive for the Bears, and they answer the Blue Jays touchdown. Charles Kosha coming in for the extra point. Kosha's extra point is good to make it 14-7. So, well, we were tied for a couple of moments here, but take another look at it here. Johnny Davidson, Matt Goldberg with the post pattern wide open for the touchdown, and Wash U recaptures the lead 14-7. 6:37 left to play here in the first half. Again, next week, the Blue Jays will be on the road taking on Illinois Wesleyan, 1 o'clock kickoff. 2 weeks from today, they'll be back home here against Milliken. It will be Elmhurst homecoming game. That is a 2 o'clock kickoff. Oh, check that. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff. At North Central on October 27th will be a 2 o'clock kickoff. Blue Jays with 2 more home games. Milliken on October 20th. North Park on November 3rd. So if you get a chance, please come on out to Langhorst Field to see Blue Jay football in person here. Blue Jays and the Bears here this afternoon. Charles Kosha to kick it off here for the Bears. Jawan Gaines is the deep man. Kosha's kick. Gaines coming up at about the 14-yard line across the 20. Gaines, 25-yard line across the 30, still going, and they're going to be spotted down at the 31-yard line. So out comes Chase Hankins and the Blue Jays offense back to work. 6:29 left to play here in the first half. See if they can put together a nice drive like their last one. 1st and 10 Blue Jays from their own 31-yard line. 6:29 left to play here in the first half. Hankins looking to his left, has Mamashur, and Mamashur tackled by Justin DiCarlo. They're going to spot it at, where? The 37-yard line, so it is a 6-yard pass play. Brings up 2nd down and 4. We are at the 6-minute mark here of the second quarter. 14-7 in favor of the Bears. Second down and 4 for Hankins. Going to hand it off. Holloway up the middle. And boy, the Bear defense was there to make the stop there. No gain on the play there. Bring up 3rd down, maybe a loss of a half a yard. Be 3rd down. They need to get to the 41 to pick up the first. Be 3rd down and 5 here for the Blue Jays. Mamisher and Gaines to the bottom of your monitor here. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Hankins looking for Mamisher, and boy, that one nearly picked off. Ben Marcus had his hands on it. Jacob Mamisher had to turn from wide receiver to defensive back here. Take another look at it here as Ben Marcus was going to make the pick, and Mamisher actually came up and made a nice defensive play, if you will. So 4th down, and the Blue Jays are going to have to punt. Truninger back in. Ben Marcus is back deep. Nixione is back as well. 5, oh, they were coming and they blocked it. The Bears block it, and they are going to be in the red zone here with 4:56 left to play. Boy, they were coming. There were about 3 Bears in on that play. Andrew Whitaker, number 48, may have gotten a hand on it here. So we take another look at it here. Yeah, there were 2 at least, and it looked like it was Whitaker that got that punt blocked. So it's going to be at the 15-yard line of the Blue Jays. Great opportunity now for Davidson and the Bears to add to their 7-point lead here. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Davidson's going to hand it off to Fisher, and Fisher will get to about the 13-yard line, a pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8. Brandon Dominski, the 5'9" senior, 26 tackles coming into this game. A little fake by Davidson into the corner, and that one is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Well, is it holding or pass interference? One of those two. 4:34 remaining in the half. Marcel Kerr will tell us the story.
Pass interference. Defense, number 26. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic 1st down.
Now that was Brandon Greer, the senior out of Mount Carmel, with the interference, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 2. Davidson handed it off to Fisher, who goes straight up the middle, and he is in for the touchdown. Second 2-yard touchdown run by John Fisher here this afternoon, and it's 20-7 in favor of the Bears. So Wash U capitalizes on the blocked punt as they punch it in, and now looking to take a 14-point lead. Charles Kosha in for the extra point attempt. Will Hurley will hold. Kosha's extra point is no good. He pushes it off to the right. And so the score remains 20-7 in favor of the Bears with 4:29 left to play here in the first half. Special teams unit coming up big for Washington University, getting that blocked punt. 20-7 in favor of the Bears. Again, the first ever meeting today between Elmhurst and Wash U. Mentioned Ron Plans in his 5th season as the head coach of the Blue Jays. Came over in 2014 after spending 5 seasons as the defensive lines coach and special teams coordinator at Minnesota State University, Mankato. Larry Kinbaum in his 30th season as Wash U's head coach. He took over the program in 1989 and has done a great job with the Bears. Kosha will kick it away here for the Bears. 4:29 remaining here in this first half. Well, it will not be Jawan Gaines, but a nice return here for the Blue Jays across the 35-yard line. May have been a little bit of miscommunication there between Gaines and Justin Parbs. Parbs is a freshman from Brookfield, Wisconsin. him and Jawan Gaines. It's a nice return, however, by Parbs. Blue Jays will start this drive from their own 37. 4:26 remaining here in this first half. 20-7 in favor of the Bears. First down and 10. Hankins, oh, that one slipped out of his hands. Are they calling that a fumble? Yeah, it's simply an incomplete pass. Referee Marcel Kerr coming up and quickly making the incomplete sign. Let's take another look at it. Kind of slipped out of Hankins' hand right there. And fortunately, it's just an incomplete pass. Second down and 10 now. From the 37-yard line. Hankins rolling out here to the near side, looking for Mamashur, not open. Now he's going to get brought down back at the 35-yard line. Be a loss of a couple. It was Clayton Ferris making the stop for the Bears. Ball back at the 36, a loss of 1. Under 4 minutes now remaining. Third down and 11 now for the Blue Jays. 3:47 remaining. Another big third down situation here for the Blue Jays. 3rd and 11. Hankins, good protection. And now he's going to get wrapped up and brought down. Jeff Gurley, number 58, came up and made the sack. So now the fourth down and the punting unit coming in just over 3 minutes remaining. So the Bears will have plenty of time here to put together something. Leading 20-7 over the Blue Jays. Nick Sione is back deep for the Bears. Truninger, remember they had a blocked punt, and they're not coming after him this time. Good high punt by Truninger. Sione back at his own 25-yard line, and he'll get brought back at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard return for the Blue Jays. And good tackle there by Casey Dobchek. So 2:45 left to play here in this first half. It'll be the Bears, 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line, leading 20-7. Goldberg is down to the bottom of your screen, single covered by Brandon Greer. 1st and 10 for Johnny Davidson. Davidson to the air, has his man. It's going to be a first down across the 40, 45, and brought down at the 47-yard line. Mitchell Green with the reception. No huddle offense. Ball at the 48-yard line. 2:30 left here in this first half. Davidson and the Bears looking for more. Straight up the middle is John Fisher. He'll get 2 yards right to midfield. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Again, no huddle offense here as we approach the 2-minute mark of this first half. Bears leading 20-7. Fake it to Fisher. Instead, it's deep to the far side, and it's incomplete. Nick Watts was the intended receiver. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Bears. Take another look at it here. A little play action, and Davidson going deep. Just a little overthrown to Nick Watts. 3rd down and 8. 1:58 left in the half. Davidson has time, checks it underneath to Goldberg. Goldberg eludes one tackle and dives forward close to the first down marker. It looks like it will be a first down. Boy, nice job by Matt Goldberg. Not only getting the catch, but knowing where the first down marker was, stretches forward to pick it up. 1st and 10 Bears from the 42. 1:38 left. Handing it off to Fisher now, looking for some blocking. Dives forward across the 40. They're going to spot it at the 40, so it's a 2-yard pickup for John Fisher. 2nd down and 8, 1:24 left. Bears have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Pressure up the middle, and not getting him was Jim Phelps, and Davidson throws. Pass is complete to Matt Goldberg, and oh man, Jim Phelps almost had the sack. Davidson got out of it and threw a 1st down at the 28-yard line, 10 yards on the pass. 1 minute remaining here in the half. And did someone call a timeout? Looks like an official's timeout here. 59 seconds left to play in the half. Blue Jays looking for a stop here. 1st and 10. The Bears, again, still have all 3 of their timeouts, and that out pattern is incomplete. Intended receiver was Logan Bash, senior out of Zanesville, Ohio. 2nd down and 10. 50 seconds remaining. Davidson steps back, has time, now steps up in the pocket, and he's just going to take off. Davidson across the 20, stiff arms a man, and he will get tackled on the play by Tavy Derns, the sophomore from Andrew High School, but a nice run by Davidson to pick up a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line, picked up 10. And Davidson can't get this play off. Elmhurst calls a timeout here. So the Blue Jays burn one of their timeouts. They have 2 remaining. The Bears still have all 3 of their timeouts left with 30 seconds left to play here in this 1st half. Friends, if you're interested in reading more notes and stats about today's game, you can visit our website at www.elmhurstbluejays.com/football notes. You can read an expanded package of football notes and stats on that website. Again, it's elmhurstbluejays.com/football notes. Looking at the CCIW standings, Illinois Wesleyan, your league leaders, they are undefeated, are the Titans at 3-0. And then a whole bunch of teams at 2-1, including this Wash U team. Milliken, North Central, Wash U, Wheaton, and Carthage, all 2-1 in league play heading into this afternoon's games. 1st and 10, Wash U from the 18-yard line, in the red zone again. Davidson rolling, throws, and that one is incomplete. Logan Bash was the intended receiver. Good coverage by Sean Jay. Take another look at it here. Davidson, off-balance throw. Boy, that was kind of right on the numbers there for Logan Bash. Sean Jay may have gotten a hand on it. 2nd and 10. 22 seconds left in the half. Rain starting to come down just a little bit. That one underthrown. Intended receiver was Kyle Cummings, the tight end. 3rd down and 10 now for Wash U. 18 seconds left, and Wash U takes its 1st timeout. So both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. And boy, if the Blue Jays can come out of this, maybe with just allowing a field goal, they would have to be feeling pretty good about themselves. It's 20-7 in favor of the Bears. 18 seconds left to play here in this 1st half. For Wash U next week, they'll be home the next 2 weeks. They'll be hosting Wheaton on October 13th, and then they'll be hosting Illinois Wesleyan on October 20th. So 2 of your top teams in the conference they have. And then on October 27th, they have to travel to Rock Island to take on Augustana. Very, very difficult place to play at Augustana. 3rd down and 10 now after the timeout. Davidson, straight drop across the middle, and he's got his man. That is Nick Watts, and he will have a first down. It'll be 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily with 11 seconds left. It's going to be 1st and goal as the Bears call their 2nd timeout. So they have one more timeout remaining. Nice pattern there as Watts comes down with the catch. Nice thrown ball by Johnny Davidson. And the Bears will have it 1st and goal from the 2. Again, Washington coming into this game averaging 420 yards of offense. They've got a whole bunch of options here as they face a 1st and goal from the 2. Here we go. Davidson working out of the gun. Fisher right behind him. Fake it to Fisher. Davidson now under pressure, and he is going to get brought back down outside the 10-yard line. Boy, Davidson looked kind of confused. Didn't know what to do with that one. May have been a broken play. And the clock stops with just under 4 seconds remaining, and now a decision time for Wash U as they take their final timeout of the half. Well, what do you do here? The ball is at the 11-yard line, so you're looking at a 28-yard field goal attempt, or do you decide to go for 6? Obviously enough for just one more play here, barring any type of penalties. So we'll see what Wash U decides to do here. Apparently the final play of the first half. Turnover margin for the Elmhurst Blue Jays this season, -4. For Wash U, +4 in the turnover margin. And so it looks like they are going to go for the field goal here. 27-yard field goal attempt. But that's actually at the 18-yard line, so this will be a 28-yard field goal attempt. Will Hurley to hold. And they fake it. Hurley is going to roll here to the near side, looking to throw. Off-balance throw, and it's simply incomplete as the first half ends. So the Bears, a fake field goal attempt. The Blue Jay defense held, and the score still remains 20-7 in favor of the Bears. We are at halftime. We'll take a break, and we'll come back for the start of the 3rd quarter. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
Education is kind of in my family. My dad's a principal, and so I've seen that lifestyle, and I wanted to further education of students, and I really enjoy kids. And so that being said, I wanted to be a teacher and then coach as well. The elementary education program is very rigorous. You get out in the field, you have field experience, starting your sophomore year. So your sophomore through senior year, you're always in the field learning. I think that's just like a huge advantage here at Elmhurst College to have you out in the field early, just because you have such almost like a leg up on everyone else that is going into that major as well, just because you're out there, and it takes 3 or 4 years to realize what the system of a school is. We're in schools all the time as students, but not necessarily as teachers. So it's a different point of view to see the whole school atmosphere. The professors, they're really great. They always email you right back, even in the evenings if you have questions on assignments and papers. The ratio in the class is there's 12 or 13 students per professor in a class period in the elementary education program. And so with that being said, you're not a number, you're a name. And that's something that I really, really like, and it definitely prepares you. They always push you in the classroom. They always push you on the court, off the court. Our coaches push us to do other things besides sports and our major, to get out in the community. And with all that being said, it's kind of a resume builder, and so that's how it pushes us to become more prepared for the real world. Our basketball team is actually has weekly meetings in the fall with the Center for Professional Excellence. So they help us build resumes and help us, get our name out to people and businesses for internships and jobs and all that. But I know that when the time comes, I feel like I'm going to be prepared just through the education that Elmhurst has provided and the skills that I've learned as well through sports and our studies.
Coming here as a Division III player, you're coming here to get your degree. We have some players that go on to be professional athletes. They've gone overseas, but that's not the norm. Our players are coming, they're finishing their playing careers here. And so whenever they're done, they're being prepared in something else other than just basketball. So for us, that's the student-athlete model. You come in, you're working hard. Our players put in as much time as a Division I player does, but it's because they want to be there. I know that from motivating our players, if they're coming to practice, I know that they're working hard because it's out of them, not just because we've got a dollar sign, they have to do it, this is how they have to stay in school. They don't have to be there. They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player, and there's something that's special about that experience to me, coaching that player.
Welcome to the cultural season at Elmhurst College. Elmhurst is a place of values and conviction. We were founded by 19th century reformers who believed in human potential, loved learning, and had standards. More than 140 years later, we still do. We still attract students and teachers who want to think for themselves and act on principles, who challenge and respect one another, who engage, serve, and celebrate our diverse, dynamic, interdependent world. A few years ago, to be clear about things, we wrote down our core values. This year, we asked some of our students what those values mean to them.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people, and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this,
I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know, I trust, and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence,
community,
social responsibility,
stewardship,
faith, meaning, and values.
Elmhurst College is much more than buildings, courses, and credits. It's a supportive community of individuals who are committed to helping you reach your full potential. But don't take my word for it.
I visited a lot of schools, but when I came here, it was just like, I'm home.
As soon as I walked on campus, I felt like I could dive right in and get involved.
Getting involved is easy, especially in class. The average class here has just 17 students.
Every faculty and staff here just wants me to succeed.
I can go up to them, and it's not just office hours. I'm here from 10:30 to 11:30. It's actually whenever you need help, my door's open.
There's a real connection that takes place. I'm frequently asked, what do I teach? I never say music. I teach people. Music's the vehicle.
It was great to see that rather than just teaching textbook material, they're actually giving you some industry insight.
I'm a vocalist. I'm out in the clubs performing. I'm touring in Europe and performing. So they see how their life can transition into that.
A lot of my friends from other universities, they don't get to be a part of undergraduate research, professional development at such an early stage.
They're truly there to help you and to build you and to make sure that you are amazing.
And at Elmhurst, you can be amazing all around, including on the field. Football is just one of 20 Division III sports.
We went straight to the Final Four of the nation, and that was a great way to come in and start off the season.
They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player.
Wrestling wasn't my life. I was able to go out and do a lot of different activities and get involved on campus.
We are allowed to be students, and we can be involved in a lot of other things.
How do you want to get involved? You'll have your choice at Elmhurst.
Our campus has over 100 clubs and organizations.
Whatever you want to do, there's something here for you to do.
Concert choir, the Wind Ensemble, gospel choir,
Habitat for Humanity, Global Poverty Club.
I'm an orientation student leader,
SGA, Best Buddies.
Greek life at Elmhurst College is really focused on leadership and discovering who you really are.
To be part of all these different organizations and get to know all these amazing people is why I love Elmhurst.
You can also get to know the world beyond the campus. Elmhurst offers study abroad opportunities in 44 countries.
I studied abroad in Granada,
Holland, Germany,
El Salvador,
Israel and Palestine,
Costa Rica,
Czech Republic.
Back at home, you'll enjoy all the advantages of our great location. Downtown Elmhurst is just a short walk from campus, and the Metro train will take you to the world-class city of Chicago in just 30 minutes. When it comes to career preparation, we've got you covered. Elmhurst will connect you with the people and the experiences you need to reach your full potential.
Elmhurst allows you to grow into the knowing, and I appreciate that there's a journey that we encourage. It's not just in one program or one department, it's threaded throughout everything that we do.
Elmhurst College pushes you to truly find who you are as a person and as a professional.
They will make sure no matter what your interests are, what your career path is, that there's going to be a resource on campus that is going to help you find that potential and then reach it.
If I had to say why Elmhurst would be the best option for nursing education, I would say because you don't have to be big to be the best. We have all of the student services, we have all the educational services, the excellent curriculum and faculty, so we're not big, but we are the best. We have a state-of-the-art simulation center, and I have seen many sim centers across the nation, and this one is truly, truly remarkable.
The professors there encourage us to make mistakes because it is simulation, and they want us to learn from our mistakes.
Going to the sim lab that's actually in Elmhurst Memorial Hospital, it's really, really cool. The facility is amazing, it's brand new.
What the simulation center consists of are mannequins, but these aren't just mannequins like you've seen before where you do CPR. Our mannequins talk to you. Our mannequins birth babies. Our mannequins cry. If you don't do what you need to do as a nurse to our mannequins, they will die. So what we do is actually simulate experiences in real life that you will see as a nurse, and you get to make mistakes without hurting people.
At any school you can learn the skills, but I feel like at Elmhurst, the faculty and staff are encouraging us to do more.
They're always passionate about what they do, and I think that's very important. One of my professors said, you don't just want to be a good nurse, you want to be the best nurse.
We do have many partners in the community at Elmhurst College, and basically we have to. We rely on our community partners to provide that clinical education piece. So while we are there with our students, side by side, teaching them, we couldn't do it if we didn't have the clinical partners. I think our faculty are our gems here. When you come to Elmhurst for nursing education, you will receive your education from clinical specialists. You can be good as a clinician, but that doesn't make you a good educator. We need excellent educators to be able to translate that theory into practice for our nursing student.
I got on the floor, and after a few weeks working with my clinical instructor and working with my classmates and collaborating, it really has provided me with a safe space to, talk to my instructor, talk to my other peers, and really work together to build my confidence and competency as a future nurse.
I feel like they are preparing me well, and I have no doubt that in a short year and a half that I'll be ready to go out into the world and be a nurse helping patients.
Our students are working everywhere. We have students working in schools, hospitals, and in community health settings. So our students are really everywhere. We don't just teach, we change lives.
I love when people ask me, okay, what can I do now that I'm here? I'm in the honors program, being a part of Union Board,
Best Buddies, Student Government, Debate Club,
Relay for Life, the Research Keystone Program,
Greek Life,
Tri Beta,
Juggling Club,
Student Ambassadors.
Once you get here, there are plenty of things going on. Serving the community is such a huge part of being an Elmhurst College student.
Center for Professional Excellence has a whole department and team ready to help you get involved with community service.
I think one of my favorite ones would have to be when I joined Golden Crew. The organization itself focuses on pediatric cancer. We had like a whole scavenger hunt for them, and I dressed up as Batman and kind of helped lead them through the entire experience. And it was kind of really like a humbling thing.
Being able to plan homecoming the last 4 years, it was really honestly one of the best experiences that I've had here. I don't think I would have been this social or this confident if I wasn't part of the 10,000 things that I get the opportunity to be a part of every day.
The connections that you make on this campus, both in your academic classes as well as the different service organizations or just activities you get involved in, give you the opportunity to really get out there. Making those connections isn't something that's superficial. It's something that you get here as an experience. It's something that is going to carry on for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you're coming here to get a degree, but your 4 years in college aren't just defined by that. It's by all the things that you're involved in, and the people that you meet, and the way that you meet those people is by getting involved.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big,
but feel totally at home.
I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
Originally, it was a breath of fresh air. I'm like,
I'm alone. What am I gonna do? Like, what could I possibly do? What's ahead for me? And once I got on campus, I just excelled. Like, I utilized all my resources coming here. It was a program called Direct Connect, which was like a minority program to get students like situated with the campus 2 weeks before school started. So I actually lived on campus 2 weeks before. I went to seminars, which actually helped us get acquainted to the long campus hours. The teachers that were in the seminars were actually going to be our teachers that were on campus. So we have something here called the first year seminar, which not only is supposed to promote growth within the freshmen, but also serve as like a guidance or a type of direction for their first time here. And like, they were ecstatic. Like, they helped me, they gravitated towards me, and I actually use them as a stepping stone even now in senior year. Growing up, like, I did not have that type of support. In high school, you think like, oh, like you can stay after class, but what will other students think? I think once I got here, it was more so like, what do I want? Like, just having a drive, a motivation to like go forth and actually reach out for help or ask for help.
Definitely being on the cross-country and track team, that has been really great. The athletic community as a whole is really inclusive and inviting, and then having that team, it's really family-oriented. We usually have 20 girls on the team, and we're all brought together by our love for running, and our coach is really instrumental in that. But you get to know each other so well through practices, and you're going through all these really hard workouts together. So you're putting everything you've got out there, and you're all supporting each other. You get to know each other on a really personal level that you might not otherwise just by meeting these girls in class. So you get to know about their families and their classes and their goals for the season, and you really support each other. The Division III athlete is kind of the perfect balance of student athlete too. You still get your sport, and it's highly competitive, and we compete just as much as the D1 athletes do, but then we are allowed to be students, and we can be involved in a lot of other things. I know a lot of the girls on my team and myself are involved in a lot of other clubs and organizations, and I feel like at a D1 school you kind of are limited. You can only be on your sports team and then study too for your classes. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with that.
The teachers are extremely approachable.
The one-on-one interaction has really helped me find that passion.
I learned that no goal is too big.
They want you to network and then take risks, because that's how it's going to be in your practical life.
They want us to succeed just as much as we do.
More of a learning experience, I think, outside of the classroom.
Various opportunities to really dive into different viewpoints.
Elmhurst fosters that environment of openness and everyone contributing to the greater good.
Elmhurst really challenges you to keep an open mind.
I went to Jamaica for 2 weeks. I came back with a whole new perspective.
They will make sure, no matter what your interests are, what your career path is, that there is going to be a resource on campus that is going to help you find that potential and then reach it.
Through research, I've been able to go to all these new places, and I've also been able to really broaden my perspective.
We go in the field as pre-service teachers sophomore year.
I've exceeded what I thought at 18 years old walking on this campus that I could do.
Coming back to Elmhurst at my age has allowed me to see that, yes, I have the potential to do other things.
And it's helping me grow to be a better leader.
I feel like I've been more prepared than I have ever been before in my life.
I don't want to be a blank slate. I want there to be lots of dimensions to me.
I'm going to be able to do something that's going to matter in this world.
I want to be that voice for people that can't speak up for themselves.
Without this school, I don't think I would have gone after those motivations or those dreams.
The people around me and the resources the school has allowed me to reach my potential.
Definitely ready for the real world.
And welcome back to Langhorse Field as we get set for the second half of action here between the Blue Jays and the Bears from Washington University. Mark Kruger, delighted to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. 20-7, your halftime score here. The Bears won the toss, elected to defer, so they get the ball here to start the third quarter. Back deep, Alex Fellinger and Emmanuel Engerman back deep for the Bears. Caden Trudinger will kick it away here. Fellinger from the 2-yard line, 15-20. Flag on the play as Fellinger goes down at the 27
7-yard line, tackled by Brandon Clay. This one against Wash U. 4th penalty of the game against the Bears. And this will get pushed. Legal block in the back will bring it back to the 15-yard line. So Johnny Davidson and the Bears, 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line, and that may have been there on the left-hand part of your screen there. The illegal block brings it back to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, Davidson and the Bears. Davidson is going to hand it off to Fisher. And Fisher will get about 2 yards on the play. Tackled by number 8, Brandon Dominski. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. First half numbers, Johnny Davidson was 14 of 23 passing for 145 yards. He goes to the air here across the middle, and that one is through the hands of Nick Sione. It'll be 3rd down. Chase Hankins in the first half did pretty well as the backup to Orlando Hernandez. Hankins was 11 of 18, 73 yards. He did have 1 interception, and he was sacked 4 times. Davidson across Sione, and he cannot hit it, cannot bring down Sean Jay with a big hit, and it's going to be 3 and out. Big defensive stop to start this 3rd quarter. So the Blue Jays should have very good field position here. Davidson will step back to punt. Jawan Gaines is walking up near midfield. Now what's interesting, at the end of the first half, Chase Hankins seemed to be a little shaken up, the starting quarterback for the Blue Jays, going into the locker room. Warming up during halftime was Orlando Hernandez, the starting quarterback. Fair caught by Gaines at the 47. So we'll see who comes out here at quarterback, and it will be Orlando Hernandez. 3 years starting quarterback, had some injuries last year. 2nd team all-conference performer 2 years ago. So it's good to see Hernandez back out there on the field for the Blue Jays. 20-7 Bears, opening possession of the 3rd quarter for the Blue Jays. And it's Hernandez handing it off to Holloway. Holloway back to the line of scrimmage. If that, may have lost a yard on the play. Actually, they're giving him about a half of a yard. He's 2nd down and long. Clayton Ferris was there to make the tackle. Receivers, Matt Goldberg and Nick Watts each had 4 receptions for the Bears in the first half. Jawan Gaines had 5 catches for the Blue Jays in the first half. 2nd down, call it 9 here for the Blue Jays. Hernandez. Pass is complete to the far side. Ben Friedrich, freshman tight end out of Crown Point, Indiana, gets it to midfield. Blue Jays have been going underneath. A lot of screens, very conservative play calling here today. Of course, Jacob Mamisher had that really nice catch in the first half, a 34-yard catch. Jacob has 4 catches for 47 yards. He's lined up to the very top. 3rd down and 7 here for the Blue Jays. Again, Hernandez in at quarterback. This is Holloway, and Ben gets to the 41-yard line, but he is going to be about 3 yards short. And so out comes Caden Truninger to punt it away. So each team's offense to start the 3rd quarter cannot get it going. Nick Sione is back deep for the Bears, standing at his own 10-yard line. Truninger has had a nice day of punting the football here this afternoon. Blue Jays trailing it 20-7, just underway here in the 3rd quarter. Sione from his own 11. 15. Gets across the 20 to the far side, gets across the 30, and he gets tripped up at the 37-yard line. Tackled on the play by Jacob Mamashur. See the nice end of that run there by Sione. A little over 12 minutes to play here in this third quarter. The Bears, if you've just logged on, they scored a 1-yard touchdown run by John Fisher with 3:36 left to play in the first quarter. Extra point was good. That made it 7-0 as this catch is good by Alex Fellinger. And Fellinger is going to get tackled by Sean Jay at the 31-yard line. So Johnny Davidson hitting Alex Fellinger for a big, big pickup. Fellinger, a 5'10 senior. First and 10 Bears from the 32-yard line. Handing it off. Here's Fisher, the ball carrier. Breaks a couple of tackles as he gets close to the 20-yard line. Going to spot at the 21, a gain of 11. 7:28 left to play in the second quarter. Elmhurst scored its only touchdown, a 2-yard touchdown run by Ben Holloway to tie the game up at 7. Going to hand it off here to Fisher. Fisher gets into the red zone, tackled at the 16-yard line. 2 touchdowns in the second quarter for Wash U. 36-yard touchdown pass from Davidson to Matt Goldberg. And then John Fisher with a 2-yard run. 20-7. Davidson on the keeper gets down to about the 12, pick up a 4. He is going to be a yard short, though, of the first down. 3rd and a yard. Again, that no-huddle offense here. Davidson going to hand it off to Fisher again. Off of left tackle, spins, and boy, I don't know. Depending on the spot here, it doesn't look like he got it. I think he's back to the line of scrimmage. Take another look at it here. You see Fisher. Good job by that Blue Jay defense. Angel Mata. I know Romaine Richards, number 52, was in there also. Well, it is going to be a loss of a yard, so it's 4th and 2 now. Davidson, straight drop, couple of pump fakes, and now he's going to step up and run the ball, and he's going to get brought down from behind. Ball is loose. 41 forced it, LeVar Little. And the Blue Jays are in business here. It was LeVar Little who stripped it free. And then Brandon Dominski with the return. Here, take another look at it here. You see number 41. He is going to rip it away, and that goes right into the hands of Brandon Dominski. Returns it here to the near side. So a good defensive play in the Blue Jays with the ball, trailing 20-7 with just over 10 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Hernandez gains out in the flat with the reception, and he dives across the 45 to the 46. Pick up a 4, 2nd down and 6.
What was that play? It was a completed pass.
Orlando Hernandez in relief of Chase Hankins. It's normally the other way around. Chase Hankins is the backup, but Hernandez was injured a couple of weeks ago. He is now in to start this second half. 20-7 Bears. 9:29 left to play here. 2nd down and 6 for the Blue Jays from their own 46. Holloway is going to lose a couple. Boy, oh boy. Jared Huther, number 32, was there the moment that Holloway got the ball. Ball is back to the 44. It is now going to be 3rd down and 8. Ben Holloway, by the way, 16 carries, 56 yards in that first half, along with that 1 touchdown run. He's had a good game here this afternoon, running the ball for the Blue Jays. 3rd down and 8. Hernandez on the quarterback draw, And he breaks a couple of tackles and he gets the first down. It's one thing that he adds to this offense is he can run the ball, and that time broke free right at the first down marker. Hernandez picks up the first. Ball resting at the 47-yard line of the Bears. 8:20 remaining here in the third. 20-7 favor the Bears. First and 10, Blue Jays. 2 wides to the top. Hernandez is going to hand it off to Holloway, and Holloway won't get anywhere. Clayton Ferris was there to make the stop. This is a good Wash U team. We know what they can do offensively, and I've been impressed with the defensive unit, especially up front. They've been solid. No gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Blue Jays. Hernandez now working with 2 wide receivers to either side. 2nd and 10. Hernandez looking to his right, and he's got his man. That's Jacob Mamashore, but he's going to be tackled at the 42-yard line. It's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 6. Check it, 3rd. Well, it's spotted at the 42, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5. 7 minutes exactly remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Hernandez going to the air to the far side and couldn't quite connect with Jacob Mamashore, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and the Blue Jays are going to have to punt. Out comes Caden Truninger again. Nick Sione goes back deep for the Bears. Remember, the Bears had a blocked punt in the first half. See if they come after him. See if there's any trickery for the Blue Jays here. Truninger, only a freshman, and he will indeed boot it away, looking to get into the corner. Sione wants to have nothing to do with it. Catches it on a bounce, out of bounds, and we'll see where they spot it. Near the 20-yard line. It'll be at exactly the 20-yard line with 6:35 remaining here in the 3rd. CCIW battle here between Wash U and Elmhurst. Blue Jay defense looking to get another stop, perhaps trying to create another turnover here. 1st and 10 Bears from their own 20. Davidson looking to his left, throws, got his man, and leaning forward to the 28-yard line is Nick Watts. Pickup of 8. 2nd down and 2 here for the Bears. Davidson going to hand it off. Maybe a yard for the Bears. Emmanuel Eggman, 5'9" junior running back from Baltimore, Maryland, picks up a yard, makes it 3rd and 1. Davidson on play action, off balance throw, incomplete. Nick Watts was the intended receiver. Watts looking for a flag. He's not going to get it. It's simply going to be 4th down. So another good stop by this Blue Jay defense. 3 and out here for the Bears. Punting unit coming on. Both special teams units coming on a little bit slow here, but Jawan Gaines is the deep man for the Blue Jays. Again, you always have to be leery with this punting unit for the Bears because Johnny Davidson, the quarterback, is the punter.
Davidson to kick it away for the Bears.
4th and 1 for the Bears. Davidson does indeed punt it away. Gaines with the fair catch signal, and he dives at the 44 for the fair catch. So out comes Orlando Hernandez, and this Blue Jay offense trailing 20-7, 5:43 left here in the 3rd. Both punters have been busy. Davidson for the Bears, Caden Truninger for the Blue Jays here this afternoon. Hernandez is going to hand it off to Holloway. Holloway trying to cut back, but it was Jake Kuhn, number 41, coming up and making the initial stop. Nice play and a tackle by Jake Kuhn. It's going to be a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 for the Blue Jays. Coming up on the 5-minute mark of this third quarter. Roll out to the right. Hernandez throws off balance. Got his receiver and moving forward to a first down all the way to the 44-yard line. Casey Knobchek, the junior, went to Lincoln Way Central High School, comes up with the catch and the first down. Nice play by KC after the catch, knowing where the first down marker was. 1st and 10, Blue Jays from the Bears, 46. 4:42 left here in the third. Gaines and Mamisher come out here to the bottom of your monitor. Hernandez handing it off to Holloway. Straight up the middle running. We'll get about 2 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 8. Derek Speltz, the middle linebacker, was there to make the tackle. 2nd down and 8 from the 43-yard line of the Bears. Under 4 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. A scoreless third quarter so far. 20-7 in favor of the Bears. We'll see what Hernandez decides to do here now. 3 wide receivers to his left. Holloway goes in motion. It's going to be a quarterback draw, and Hernandez with some nice moves, and he'll pick up a first down to the 36. So Hernandez using his legs to pick up the first down. That's what he does so well. They'll move the chains. 3:27 remaining here in the third. Nice drive here for Hernandez and the Blue Jay offense. 1st and 10 for the Bears, 36. Ball on the far hash mark here. 36-yard line. They're going to fake it. Hernandez is going to throw. Pass is complete. Ben Friedrich, the tight end, the freshman, with the reception, and he takes it across the 35 to the 34-yard line, just a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Under 3 minutes now remaining here in the third. Second down and 8 for Hernandez, working out of the gun. 2 wide receivers to his right. Fakes to Holloway, and it's Hernandez going. And Hernandez goes out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So a couple of fine runs by Orlando Hernandez here, and the Blue Jays are in the red zone. Elmhurst was 1 of 2 in the red zone in the first half, and we're seeing the legs of Hernandez become awful effective on this drive. Faking it to Holloway, and then Hernandez keeping it himself. Ball is all the way down to the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Blue Jays. Just over 2 minutes left here in the third. Hernandez on the keeper, looking to get to the corner, and he will get shoved out of bounds. Ben Marcus, number 27, was there. Also number 11, Jack Mills, was there on the stop. 1 yard pickup on the play, as you see Hernandez getting shoved out of bounds. at the 8. 2nd and goal, Blue Jays. 1:43 to go in a scoreless third quarter. Hernandez looking over the Bear defense. 2nd and goal from the 8. Looking to his left, throwing into the corner and incomplete. Friedrich, the big tight end, was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd and goal. Boy, I'd like to see a quarterback draw again. And again, Hernandez injured himself a couple of weeks ago. Not exactly sure if he's 100% out there. Blue Jays need a score here. Boy, a touchdown, and we got ourselves a ball game here. 1:25 left. 3rd and goal from the 8. Gaines in motion. They pitch it to Jawan. Breaks one tackle, but he won't get away from Jake Kuhn.
That's a completed pass.
That's actually going to go down as a completed pass.
Double pass.
And but Gaines is going to get brought down for a loss. Here, take another look at it here. Hernandez pitches it to Gaines, and then you see 41 Jake Kuhn trying to strip the ball loose. And so with just a minute remaining here in the 3rd, it'll be Caden Truninger coming in for a field goal attempt, 30 yards. And the field goal attempt is good. 30-yard field goal attempt for the freshman, Truninger. And so it is now 20-10 in favor of the Bears with 46 seconds remaining here in this 3rd quarter. And boy, we are really seeing what Orlando Hernandez can do. A couple of nice runs to pick up first downs and keep the drive alive. Result ended in a 30-yard field goal by Caden Truninger. And we are 46 seconds away from playing 3 quarters here in Elmhurst. And again, Orlando Hernandez looked pretty good out there. Again, coming off of an injury, coming on in replacement of Chase Hankins, who started the game at quarterback for the Blue Jays. So now it'll be up to the Blue Jay defense. See if they can get another stop here. Fellinger and Engelman back deep for the Bears. Runninger, and this will be taken at the 2 by Fellinger. Across the 20, 25, 30-yard line. Nice return by Fellinger as he returns it back to the 40-yard line, tackled by Mason Branson. And so very good field position here for Wash U. They have it 1st and 10 for the Bears from their own 40-yard line. 35 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Blue Jay football this afternoon. We're glad you're logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action here. CCIW, good battle here between the Bears and the Blue Jays. Davidson, that one is incomplete. Boy, that was hung up in the air a little bit. I thought maybe a Blue Jay would get under it for a pick, but it simply went incomplete. Jeff Dediger, the intended receiver. 2nd down and 10 for Davidson. Again, a quick release. This pass is complete to Fellinger at the 46-yard line, a gain of 5. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 here. Another big 3rd down here. They're going to hand the ball off, and this is Logan Bash, who gets right back. Well, he gets back to the 44, so a loss. And now it's going to be 3 and out as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. The Bears of Washington University leading the Blue Jays of Elmhurst by a score of 20-10. So we'll switch sides here for the final 15 minutes of this one. The Blue Jays trying to snap a 3-game losing skid. This afternoon's game is being brought to you by Elmhurst BMW, located at 466 West Lake Street in Elmhurst. Also, this afternoon's game is being brought to you by Jaguar Elmhurst, located at 490 West Lake Street. Check out their website at jaguarelmhurst.com. By the way, a special thanks to Kevin Jude, the Director of Sports Information here at Elmhurst College, for providing us with all the rosters and the stats and the game notes. And right on cue, Kevin gives me the third quarter stats for this afternoon's game. John Fisher, by the way, 12 carries for 39 yards. Ben Holloway has been the workhorse for the Blue Jays. 22 carries for him, 64 yards. So Davidson will kick it away. Juwan Gaines is the deep man for the Blue Jays. Gaines calls for the fair catch, and he backpedals and catches the ball at the 12-yard line. So it's Orlando Hernandez and the Blue Jays back to work. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. It's 20-10 in favor of the Bears. Hernandez, 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Hernandez is going to throw. Mamashur, the intended receiver. Ben Marcus was there on the coverage along with Matt Bernstein. Second down and 10 for the Blue Jays. Check that. That was Andrew Whitaker, number 48, on the coverage along with Marcus. Mamashur split out to the bottom. On the top, it's Dobchek and Gaines. Gaines in the slot. Second down and 10. Hernandez going to hit Gaines. Juwan getting to the edge, but he got tripped up at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And now a critical 3rd and 5 coming up for the Blue Jays. Boy, they do not want a 3-and-out here. So it's going to be up to Hernandez and the Blue Jays to pick up a first down here, facing 3rd down and 5. They need to get to the 27 to pick up the first. 3 wides to the bottom. Hernandez rolling out here the near side, looking, and now nowhere to go as he checks it underneath. Pass intended for number 21, DeXavier Grimble. And so it is going to be a 3-and-out here for Elmhurst. So the Bears with a nice defensive stop. Nick Sione is out. He is the return man for Wash U. Caden Trininger out to punt it away. Sione has returned punts 5 times so far today for 63 yards. His longest return, 25 yards. Sione is going to grab this one from his own 43-yard line. Midfield, and got tripped up at the 45-yard line. Tackled on the play by Marco Huxhold. And so now the Bears go back to work here with 13 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the game. And again, we're going to rely on this Blue Jay defense to come up with a stop here. The defense has played pretty well here today. Remember, this Bears offense averaging 35 points per game coming into today. It's 20-10 Bears, 13:50 remaining here in the fourth. Davidson to the air, nobody there. And now he throws underneath, and Nick Sione, boy, in and out of his hands. So we'll take that one. Good coverage downfield by the Blue Jays, 2nd and 10. Davidson felt the pressure, but Sione wide open across the middle. Couldn't come up with it. 2nd and 10, Bears from the 45 of the Blue Jays. Davidson will hand it off. This is Fisher. And Fisher will get to the 43-yard line. Tackled on the play by Romaine Richards, the senior out of Tamarack, Florida, comes up to make the tackle. 3rd down now for the Bears. 3rd and 8. So here we are. Boy, another critical 3rd down situation here. 13-12 remaining in the game. Blue Jays are down a couple of scores. 3rd down and 8. The Bears need to get to the 35 to pick up a first. Davidson has time, and he's got Sione, and it'll be a 1st down. Boy, Sione stayed. He knew the ball was coming. He knew that Sean Jay was coming, and Jay delivered a huge hit. And give some credit to Nick Sione for holding on to the ball. Wow. 1st and 10 Bears. A huge play for Wash U. 27-yard line of the Blue Jays. Sean Jay put on a huge legal hit. 1st and 10 Bears from the 27, 12 and a half left. Fisher right behind Davidson. Davidson drops back to the far side. The pass is complete to Matt Goldberg, but a good tackle coming up and making it was Brandon Greer. No gain, 2nd and 10. Bring it back to the 28-yard line, so it'll actually be a loss of a yard. Good play by Brandon Greer, brings up 2nd and 11. Davidson is going to hand it off. This is Fisher. Fisher gets inside the 25, down to the 24. About a 4-yard pickup for John. Well, bring up, here we go again, folks. Another third down situation. 3rd and 7 this time. Remember the last 3rd down situation, Davidson hits Sione for a 1st down. We'll see what the Blue Jays decide to do defensively here on 3rd and 7. Davidson again. Has some time now. He's going to step up and he's going to run it himself. He's going to get inside the 20, spin, 15, and he'll have a 1st down. Boy, that was all Johnny Davidson as his receivers were covered up downfield and decided to take it himself and get the 1st down. Down to the 14-yard line. Bears in the red zone, 1st and 10. 10:47 left to play. Boy, a couple of critical 3rd down conversions for the Bears on this drive. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Johnny Davidson is going to throw, pressure, and he will get sacked. Luke Kuhn came up and made the big stop defensively. Big number 94, the sophomore. He went to Barrington High School as well. So Kuhn tackling Davidson. Both of those players went to Barrington High School. 2nd down and 15. Boy, a huge defensive play there by Kuhn. 2nd and 15 now for Davidson. Davidson, straight drop across the middle, and that one is, boy, that one's caught. Nice catch by Matt Goldberg. I thought it Thought he trapped that one, but no, he came down with it. Nice catch down to the 13-yard line. Looks like it's spotted at the 12. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. .9:14 left to play. 3rd down and 8. Davidson out in the flat here to Fisher, and Fisher gets tackled to the 8-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5. Bring up 4th down now for the Bears. And it looks like the punting, or I should say the field goal unit coming in. Charles Kosha, number 93, coming in for the field goal attempt. And this will be 25-yard field goal attempt. This to put the Bears up by 13. 25-yard field goal attempt is good. And that does make it 23-10. So the Blue Jays are going to need a couple of touchdowns here to get back into this one. Here's another look at the field goal attempt. Bit of a cross wind from right to left, but Kosha right down the middle. And it is now 23-10. Pretty nice drive there by the Bears. A couple of critical 3rd down conversions. The result, a 25-yard field goal by Kosha. So now the Blue Jays will go back to work. 8:26 left. Jawan Gaines is the deep man, number 83 for the Blue Jays. Still waiting for him to break one, and he's certainly quite capable of doing that. Charles Kosha will kick it away. And this one will be returnable for Jawan Gaines from his own 8-yard line. Across the 20, brings it across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Tackled on the play by Anthony Brown, number 99. So it'll be the Blue Jays football, 1st and 10. Back out to work goes Orlando Hernandez. Good to see him back out there and see what him and his Blue Jay offensive unit can do here. Trailing by 13 with 8:18 remaining. Playing Wash U tough here at home. Hernandez working out of the gun. Drops back, looking to his left across the middle. Jawan Gaines was the intended receiver. Matt Bernstein had the coverage on him. And it's 2nd down. Another look over the middle is Gaines, and well overthrown and incomplete. Casey Dobchek, number 27, checks in for the Blue Jays. 8:13 remaining in this one. And at this point, it's almost critical possessions that the Blue Jays score here. Hernandez, 2nd and 10. Quick hit, pass complete to, that's number 21. That's Xavier Grimble to the 33. .34-yard line. Gain of 6 as we are under 8 minutes to play here. And if the Blue Jays continue to go underneath like that, the clock is going to become an issue. Again, they do have all 3 of their timeouts left, but again, down 2 scores, 7:37 left. Big 3rd down here. 3rd down and 3. Hernandez was going to throw it, decided not to. Now he's going to run with it, and he'll get the 1st down as he slides to the 42-yard line. A gain of 9. Actually, they're going to bring it back to the 41. So an 8-yard pickup and a 1st down for the Blue Jays. First and 10 from their own 41. Well, that's the added dimension that Hernandez has. He can use his legs, and being a veteran quarterback that he is, the senior slid to a first down. We are at the 7-minute mark of this game now. Hernandez to the air again, fakes it. Now he's going to sprint out to the far side, move it upfield, and he gets as much yardage as he can before he gets out of bounds and stops the clock. 6:46 remaining. He does pick up another first down as he gets into Bear territory. First and 10 from the 49 of the Bears. 6:38 remaining. Ben Holloway flanked to the right of Hernandez. First and 10. Again, Hernandez goes back. Now he steps up. Will is going to throw, and now he gets sacked. Back at the 49. Oh, there is a flag. A late flag coming in. Derek Speltz will get credit for the sack. But then after Hernandez, and now Hernandez is limping, coming off the field. And it is going to be Chase Hankins coming in. Oh, man. Do not want to see that. And limping now is Hernandez, and the trainers are going to get on him immediately on the sideline here. It looks to be his left ankle.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 14. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first.
So the personal foul, chalk on another 15 yards, and the ball is at the 36 already. Chase Hankins now back in at quarterback. He was the starting quarterback for the Blue Jays. 6:10 remaining. Blue Jays down by 13. Driving here, though, midway through the fourth. Out here to Holloway, out in the flat. Ben trying to find an opening as he dives to the 35-yard line, just a gain of 1. Blue Jays are going to have to kind of move with some urgency here as we are under 6 minutes to play. Remember, they're down 2 scores. 23-10. Hernandez is walking under his own power here on the sideline, but he's sitting on the bench in some obvious pain. Chase Hankins now back to work. 2nd down and 9. Hankins looking to his right. The quick throw. Mamisher with the reception. Will get brought down around the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. That stops the clock with 5:15 remaining. Going to spot it at the 31-yard line. 4-yard reception for Jacob. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 as we approach the 5-minute mark. Mamisher and Gaines out to the top of your monitor. 3rd down and 6. I would think a 2-down territory here. No room. Hankins is going to come out here to the near side now and throw it underneath around the 30-yard line. Pass is complete there to Ben Friedrich. Clock continuing to run. 4.5 minutes left. It's going to be 4th down and 4. And the Blue Jays down 13. 4:20 to go. 4th down and 4. Hankins looking, and he's got Jawan Gaines. Oh, that's close on forward progress. He caught the ball at the 26, and it is a first down. Boy, that's a good call by the officials and a nice play call by the Blue Jays as Gaines caught the ball right at that first down marker. So 1st and 10 from the 26. And Orlando Hernandez is doing some maneuvering on the sideline, seeing if that ankle is okay and he can get back into the ball game. But right now it's Chase Hankins running the offense. 1st and 10 from the 26. 3:42 left. Hankins, straight drop, has time, now gets flushed out here, and he will get sacked back at the 31. Jeff Gurley was there on the sack. 3:25 left as they spot it right at the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 15. 3:14 left to play. Second down, call it 14 here for the Blue Jays. Hankins, 2 wide receivers to either side, looking over the middle. Now he's got room to run with it, trying to get out of bounds, and he will get tackled out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4 back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be up 3rd down and call it 11. Timeout taken by the Blue Jays here. Bring up a 3rd down and 11 situation here. 2:37 remaining. Chase Hankins started the ball game, played the entire first half. Orlando Hernandez came in the 3rd quarter. And halfway through this 4th quarter, Hernandez came out with a apparent ankle injury. So Chase Hankins is back out there at quarterback. Him and his Blue Jays face a 3rd down and 11 situation here from the 26-yard line. Again, the Blue Jays are looking for their first CCIW win. 3 conference losses to Augustana, Carroll, and Carthage. Meanwhile, Washington U is 2-1 in league play. They lost to North Central, and then they've had 2 wins against Carthage and North Park. All right, after the timeout here, back into the game is Orlando Hernandez. So Hernandez now facing a 3rd down and 11 here. 2:47 to go. Hernandez looking to the left, goes down, throws. Jawan Gaines with the catch, but are they saying he was out of bounds apparently? Bring up 4th down now for the Blue Jays. And he indeed was out of bounds after that replay. 4th down for the Blue Jays, 4th and 11. 2:40 left. And Hernandez, who went out with an ankle injury, I'm not sure how much he can run the football here. It's 2 wide receivers to either side. He steps straight back. Now he's going to roll here to the near side, throws, and almost picked off. It was Casey Dobchek with the intended receiver. It's going to be incomplete. Take another look at it here. Hernandez throwing off balance, pressure from behind, and really no chance for Dobchek. And so it will be turned over to the Bears on downs here with 2:33 left. And if you're the Bears, probably just want to keep the ball on the ground, although that is not the style of Wash U. They obviously like to throw the ball, but they obviously would like to just run this clock out and come away with a victory. Blue Jays have 2 timeouts left. 2:33 remaining in this one. Johnny Davidson with Fisher right behind him, and Fisher gets the call. Straight up the middle running, no gain. 2nd down and long. We'll see if the Blue Jays burn one of their 2 remaining timeouts here. And the answer is no. So the clock will continue to run. It will come down under 2 minutes before the Bears run off another play here. 23-10 in favor of the Bears. Johnny Davidson on 2nd down and 11. Actually lost a yard, Fisher did on that last run. And they keep it on the ground this time, and getting a 1st down on the far side is Seth Cutter, junior running back from Peoria, Arizona. And he will get the 1st down all the way to the 36-yard line. First time we've called his number here as the clock continues to run, 1:39, and the Blue Jays do indeed burn a timeout here with 1:35 left. So they will have one timeout remaining. Just a reminder that today's game produced by Glenn Liljeberg, our director Dennis Bergen. My name is Mark Kruger, delighted to have brought you Blue Jay football here this afternoon from Elmhurst Field. They want the clock reset now to 1:40. The game clock is now at 1:40. And again, the Blue Jays can stop the clock one more time. They only have one timeout left. Davidson. He'll hand it off. Straight up the middle for about a yard to the 37-yard line, and another timeout, the final timeout taken by the Blue Jays. Is it? Yeah, it is a timeout, right? Yep. Yeah, that is the third and final timeout. So the Blue Jays stop the clock here with 1:34 left, and they are out of timeouts here now. Bears will face a 2nd down and 9 from the 37-yard line. Well, the Blue Jays, if they fall here today, would go to 0-4 in CCIW play, 1-4 overall. Meanwhile, Wash U would improve to 4-1 on the year and 3-1 in league play. So the Bears, in their first year in the CCIW, doing pretty well against CCIW competition. 2nd down and 9 here for Davidson and the Bears. Going to hand it off, Cutter, and Cutter will get across the 45, and it looks like he will pick up another 1st down, and that will do it as the ball gets rested at the 48-yard line. The Bears can take a knee the next couple of plays. Again, the Blue Jays, without any timeouts left, cannot stop the clock. So the Blue Jays, the losing streak will now go to 4 as they'll try to regroup and head to Illinois Wesleyan next week. Meanwhile, Wash U will have a home game against the Thunder of Wheaton next week. As Davidson takes the knee, under a minute remaining, he'll take a knee one more time, and that will do it. So the Bears, as we mentioned earlier, averaging about 35 points per game, held to just 23 points this afternoon. The Blue Jay defense did a pretty good job here today, but they're going to come up a little bit short. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast here this afternoon. There's Davidson taking another knee, and the clock will wind down. 20 seconds left. You see the two teams walking out onto the field to exchange pleasantries, shake hands, as the Bears of Wash U will come away with the victory here today. Your final score from Langhorst Field on the campus of Elmhurst College, 23-10, the Bears over the Blue Jays here this afternoon. So we hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's telecast. Once again, the final score, Washington U 23 and the Elmhurst College Blue Jays 10. We'll talk to you next time. Have a great weekend, everybody. So long.